What's going on, everybody? I appreciate those of you waiting for the stream to start. I wasn't sure if I was going to go live today. Had a little bit of time. We've been packing some fragrances since I got back from training legs earlier. And figured, why not? Let's jump on. It's Sunday. Let's chop it up a bit because I know Tuesday I definitely won't be going live. I don't know about Monday, but Tuesday I definitely won't be. It'll be July 4th. We've got a bunch of things going on. We got plans and stuff like that. So might as well get some live streams in with you guys while I can. For those of you watching the replay, make sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. And got started off right. I'm wearing Lattafa's Mahir Legacy, the Sedley clone. Through wearing experience so far, yeah, it's nice. It's good. I like it. I don't like it as much as Sedley. I have to be honest. But it is a great interpretation of Sedley. I have to say, they got really close with it. Through the wearing experience, it's just as creamy. It is a little bit spicier, I find. Just like I said in the first impressions video live stream. Same thing, where I do find it a little bit spicier. I have 2 sprays on each forearm, 4 around the neck. So I have 8 sprays on total. And it's very lovely. It's been on me for about an hour, roughly. Hasn't calmed down greatly. Performance seems to be okay so far as the projection. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I do really like it. I'm going to do a full review probably come next weekend. I got to spend more time with it. But so far, so good. It doesn't blow me away, but it is a really good representation. I still would prefer the original. I know it's a big difference in price. I understand. But for the money, it definitely does what it's intended to do. It's a great alternative, I have to say. Okay. What's going on, Joe? Joel, good to see you. All genres bops. Yeah, that was a great way to close the show last night. Still would have liked to see LA Knight win Money in the Bank, but Damian Priest was the backup option that made sense. And the other thing that would have made sense in the booking for me, not that I want to see Damian Priest as the undisputed champion, but the Money in the Bank winner at the end of the night, the way the pin goes down, solo turn on Roman. Now Roman's all alone. Damian Priest music hits. Comes cash in Money in the Bank. That's how I would have booked it, but I'm also not on the booking committee, nor am I in charge in any way, shape, or form with WWE. But that was some fantasy booking that I would have liked to see, but it is what it is. Because with LA Knight, you want to talk about a crowd reaction. Imagine if he had won it and that scenario would have played out and his music hit LA Knight. The crowd would have lost their shit because he's super over in London. So enough wrestling talk. Let's get back into the fragrances. See what everybody's wearing today. Steven, good to see you. Burberry Touch and Hugo Extreme out the shower. Good stuff. Patrick is wearing Fico Diamalfi. Tommy, excellent. I actually had to pull that out. My wife was packing a box up with some fragrances. I had to pull my bottle of Tommy out. I don't want that packed yet. I've been debating on wearing it. The extra bottles are packed. That's fine. But my bottle that's just got a little bit left in it, I didn't want to pack that yet. Like a sixth of my fragrances are packed pretty much. A couple hundred are packed at this point. Might even be a little more than, yeah, it's about a sixth roughly. There's a few hundred have been packed so far. Le Male Parfum, that's amazing. Banana Republic Pure White. Hawas, that's good stuff. Cool Water, can't go wrong there. Good to see you, Kellen. Dave, what's going on? Signature Royale for Ethan. Checkmate by Mind Games. I still haven't tried anything. No. Game fragrance today, sir. Joseph, good to see you. Ajazi Intensive Silver. That's a good fragrance. I haven't packed that one yet. So a lot of the fresher stuff's going to be last to get packed. So I'm still going to be wearing fragrances and making content throughout the month, you know. So there's stuff that's going to be last minute fragrances to get packed. And that might be one of them because I still need to wear that one again. Caraco Bay. Can't get enough. So if I do go live, it'll be these tomorrow. I omitted these from yesterday. These are the 2 Jacques Foth fragrances that had came in from Fragrance Buy. I'm still waiting on Caraco Bay and Green Water. Those are coming from the brand. That's a collaboration with Jacques Foth. So I might do these tomorrow. I have 1 Million Parfum that came in too. I think I'm going to save that to do when Brioni Intense and Pomelo Paradise come in. We'll do those 3 together. I think tomorrow I might do these. So that's why I have them right here. I was debating on doing it today. I was like, it's Sunday. Let's just talk about whatever. No topic today. Monday we'll have a topic, which will be those. Jimmy Choo Man Aqua. I didn't pack that one yet. I left that one out intentionally. Profondo, good stuff. Wooden Rolly, that's good stuff too. Molinard Figue. So Aqua Sexius, I keep going back to that. it is a little tart, but it's more of a salty, rich fig. It's really good, man. I was so impressed by that fragrance. I'm not packing that one yet. I'm probably going to throw that in the rotation at some point this week. Just opened it 2 nights ago. Super happy with it. Super, super happy with it. It's such a good fragrance. That's up there with Molinard Fig and Fig Man for me. That's probably my top 3 fig fragrances. I have more than that. I've tried more than that, but I would say look into Aqua Sextius because it's not crazy expensive. You can get a 20 ml for like $30 from Fragrance Buy right now. If you just want to get a small bottle of it, $36 or something like that, which is, I bought my 50 ml from there. It was like 80 full presentation. You can get a capless tester for 60 something. So I did put a link in the chat for anybody that wants to check out the sale. Sale ends at midnight Eastern time tonight. Well, 11:59 p.m. technically. So if you haven't got in on the buy one, get one 25% off with the different tiers of free shipping. And I don't know if they've had 1,560 orders yet. A lot of stuff has been selling out, but there's the doorbusters. I'm sure there's still a few spots left to get some free gifts and everything, but up to you guys. I just figured I'd share it in there for those that haven't hit it yet. I see a lot of people have been, though. A lot of stuff's been selling out. Hell yeah. Summer Vibes, I'm assuming 4.0. Aspen, oh, that's such a good one. Another one wearing Profondo. Good stuff. Colonia Club, that's a great mint fragrance. Warm water, they have hot water, actually. Oh, cool water and hot water. Okay, I got you. It'd be even funnier if they go with lukewarm water, which would never happen. But Fig Man, speaking of, there you go. That's a good one. That's more of a soapy fig. I don't find it's all that tart. I find it's more, for me, more of a soapy, fresh fig. Up until I got Fig, that was my favorite. It's now number 3. It's still top 3, but I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up between that and Aqua Sextius for the second spot, but Fig, still my favorite technically until I do some full wearings with Aqua Sextius because I can't really give it the top spot yet. Dino, good to see you. B from Zoologist. Nautica Sport. There you go. We were talking about that the other day. It's the exact same fragrance as Lacoste Essential Sport. The exact same fragrance. Ajmal Utopia 2. Climatic, good to see you. Prodalone, good stuff. Depends on where you find it. It's not crazy expensive. It's way more than Fig, though. Fig's $40-something. Way more than Fig. Just picked up 1 million lucky. Extremely happy to finally have it. It's your sin of the day. Excellent choice. It's definitely one of the better ones in Paco Rabanne's lineup as a whole, let alone just the 1 million line. Pepe's Jeans Cocktail. That's one I'd like to get because I have a Celebrate for him, and it's definitely geared towards the cooler weather, but I've seen the note break down a few times on Cocktail. That's more of a warm weather fragrance, and love the look of the bottle too. I'd like to get that one at some point. We did see already that you listed it once, Kellen. A beautiful fragrance, so blue, yet smells so luxurious. 212 Men, New York. Randy, what's going on? Been driving around today wearing Hawass. I don't know why, but mine keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger over the years. It's just macerating. That's all it is. They all macerate. Eventually, the perfumer's alcohol slowly but surely evaporates through the atomizer. That's why you see over time, like juice levels dropping on unused fragrances. That's a real thing. Like my bottle of Spice Bomb's notorious for that. There's no cap or anything. Obviously, a cap will help a little bit, but especially if you have a fragrance that's just a loose atomizer with no cap, those are the ones that the juice level will drop faster than the ones with a cap, because that's a real thing. Once you start using these and you replace perfumer's alcohol and fragrance oil with water, with air, once there's a swap and it's been atomized, that process begins. And eventually over time, you'll see the level. Even if you don't use a fragrance for 2 years, you'll notice the juice level is a little lower than you remember it being, especially if it's a capless fragrance. So, but yeah, that's what it is. It's just macerating. So point being, the perfumer's alcohol is evaporating. Fragrance oil is not going to just evaporate super easy. So it richens up more because the percentage starts to shift as you get less and less perfumer's alcohol. Even though you're not getting more oil, it's becoming denser because it's losing perfumer's alcohol. But yeah, they will continue to get stronger. Not everything's just going to become a beast. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying, guys. But that is part of maceration. You know, that stuff will happen over time. Good to see you. Mobile Legend EDP. Good stuff. 80 something in Canadian. That's not bad. That's cheaper than I thought it would be. Been a long time since I've looked at prices on it. Jaguar Performance. Puerto Rico. Good to see you. Mont Blanc Explorer. 9 a.m. dive while I was at work and after my shower, put on the new Mont Blanc Explorer Platinum. That's some good ones right there. For those of you who didn't know, the 9 a.m. dive he won in the member giveaway. And then Explorer Platinum's just, I think, such a good release for this year. I don't think it's like a top 5 release, but for me, it falls in the top 10 designer releases so far this year. I really like that one. Volcanus, the king of the super chat, coming in hot with $20 today. I appreciate that, man. Rocking Coco Loco. My actual first full presentation of Zaharoff fragrance, absolutely phenomenal, freshy, very versatile, and the dry down is, I agree, sir. I agree. Thank you so much for the super chat. It's always good to see you. And yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. It's going to be back in the rotation this week. I'm debating on wearing Molinard Lavande tomorrow, and then maybe I'll go with Coco Loco the following day. We got some more rain this week. I can't believe I have to say this. I said it when I walked in the door, running from my car to the door in the rain. I can't believe that I can't wait to move to the Gulf Coast to get less rain. For the last 2 months, guys, it's been unbelievable how much it rains here. And it hails a third of the time. Like, we got caught up in some pretty bad hail like 2 days ago. It's crazy. But I know that has nothing to do with the super chat and Coco Loco, but just saying, I can't wait. Because speaking of Coco Loco, that's not really the best rainy day fragrance if you go with the vibe, because I know people like their rainy day fragrances. Most of the time, I just go with whatever. Supposed to have a sunny day that day. That's why I think a vibrant fragrance like that's going to be great for that. So thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Good to see you. Love the show, brother. Sin of the day, grapefruit and sage. That's a great flanker. You need to try this Triumphant Black Amber by Triumphant. Spice Bomb Extreme Clone, awesome, $15.99. I've never heard of that. Aquawood, I would say, is, I know you guys have heard, a lot of you anyways, have heard me praise the versatility, the elite tier level versatility of Cedrat Boisé. I think a close second from the house is Aquawood. That's what I think of Aquawood. I don't remember. Did I end up doing a full review of Aquawood? I know I intended to. Let's see. I did not. I have not done a full review on that. I need to do a full review. I've been meaning to. So it's got this fresh pear fruitiness. Like, it's fruity, but not sweet fruity, more fresh fruity. A little touch of incense. It's ambery, woodsy. It's super versatile. It doesn't do too much of any one thing. It's got a very distinctive identity. And it really works for everything. It's got enough performance to where it's strong enough, lasts long enough, but it won't overwhelm anyone, to where it's too much in the heat, but it's also enough to work fine in the cold. That's what I think about it. There's kind of a brief synopsis of my thoughts on it. I'm a big fan. Hatim, 3 compliments. I haven't tried that one. I know of it. I never tried it. I did. I saw the post on iFragrance, and then Islam messaged me after to make sure I saw it and sent me the post again, and we talked for a minute. That's going to be an interesting one. I'm definitely going to be up to try it. I'm definitely interested in trying it. YSL is one of my favorite designer brands. I'm a big fan. I have a ton of YSL fragrances. My wife has several YSL fragrances. We're fans. We're Yves Saint Laurent fans for sure. Yeah, Ambrofix. I thought that was a weird note too. And some kind of Ambroxan, new twist on Ambroxan, whatever. I'm sure it's gonna be very blue, and I'm gonna like it. Also, You Or Something Like You. I still haven't tried that. That gets a lot of love in the fragrance community. I've never tried that one well, I was about to say Yves Saint Laurent again. État Libre d'Orange. Antonio, good to see you. Friday, I don't know. We'll see. I don't have anything planned right now. Got a 6-hour drive to Destin. Well, I mean, congrats on going to Destin. That's going to be a great time. I don't think I have anything marked. I mean, I can't make no promises, but there's a good chance. Yeah, Friday the 7th. Yeah, I don't have anything marked. Because me and Justin still have to work out things for a live stream we're going to do. Ooh. As far as Panama City Beach, it's going to be raining this weekend, and I'm sure if they're getting rain, Destin will be too. So heads up, you're driving into some rain. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is what it shows. Rain, rain, rain. Y.O. Fresh, good stuff. Dark Rebel. Still, I can't help but say it's possibly the best fragrance from the house ever. It's good stuff. 51 likes, 124 viewers. Guys, we can do better than that. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me real quick if you don't mind. See, he gets it. Next comment. Appreciate your video, sir. My collection keeps growing in the righteous direction because of you. Thank you. Well, thank you for the trust. I take it very seriously, and I appreciate you, man. I really do. Thank you for being here. Jonathan says, it was chilly down in the beer garden on Friday, so I wore Club Didn't We Intense Man EDT for date night. Went well until it didn't. Interesting. So glad, Ross, that you love Julie Mod Aqua Sexiest. I think it's such a good pickup. I'm telling you, I need Stairway to Heaven now. Stairway to Heaven's the one that I looked at the notes and I was like, ooh. If I ever look at note breakdown, ooh, it's something I need to get. Because I'm pretty good about blind buying. They don't all work. They don't all work out. Sometimes I get underwhelmed, but most of the time it works out for me. If there's such a thing as being good at blind buying, I'm pretty good at it. But I can also find the good in most, to be fair. Or as the trolls like to say, I like everything, which is not true. Not true at all. I was going to get Virtus Eau de Cyan. I left that one out and smelled Novice and was blown away how simple yet complex it is. I haven't wore Eau de Cyan yet. It's such a vibe for being by the salt water that I haven't packed it yet, but I also don't plan on wearing it before I move. It's 29 days till I move. So good afternoon, chat. Jared, good to see you. Dior Cologne, Kenzo Homme Marine. I need to get that one next. Chilling at the pool. Scent of the day is light blue forever. That's a great poolside scent. H24 EDP. Lots of rain here in Boston. CK1 Summer 2019. How's Summer Days the Eternity one? So that Calypso note that the Kenzo Homme line's known for, kind of that watermelon aquatic smell. Very synthetic, but Summer Days from Eternity is even more synthetic smelling. But it's very much aquatic. A little salty, but it has that watermelon, watery aquatic smell. It's pretty simplistic. It's a solid fragrance. It's not the best Fresh Eternity I've ever smelled, but it's definitely solid for the money. If you can get it $20 to $30, I think it's a decent pickup for sure. I like it. I've worn it, handful or so of times since I got it. Finally tested Triple X on skin and was blown away with how much I enjoyed it. Looking forward to wearing it when it cools down. Surge off Noxos. My God. So good. Good to see you, Danielle. Mikey, what's going on, big dog? How are you? It is. I did a video on if it's still good in 2023 a couple of weeks ago. You might check that out, Kellen. You ask if it's still good and it's your scent of the day, which you typed a few times to let us know. So it doesn't matter what I think as long as you like it. You're wearing it, right? Which I do like it. I don't think it'll ever be dated or old. Per spoiler alert for if you watch that video. I think it's timeless. It's still arguably the best one. Even though the Parfum's technically my favorite. I mean, if I had to just take one to toss up between that and the Parfum. But yeah, as long as you like it, that's all that matters, man. And if you're liking it, if you're wearing it, I'm assuming you're liking it. Hugo Reflective, I need to revisit that one. That one's not packed yet. Appreciate that. I appreciate that, Jared. We got a few more since I mentioned it. We got 64 likes with 130 viewers. A terrible ratio, but I can't make nobody do it. I can ask nicely. It's up to you guys to do it. I've never tried that gorgeous summertime scent. I have to take your word for it because I've never tried it. Lime's Infinity. Hello from Serbia. Scent of the day, Avon Pure, female version. Just nice white floral fragrance. I like a nice white floral fragrance. I bet you smell lovely today. Cool Water has still been good. 10 years, be good 10 years from now. Timeless scent. I agree. It'll never go away. They'll never not sell that. Never tried that. What's going on, Ross? Tell George we need Zaharoff 4th of July sale next year. Or can we get a sale for Labor Day? Zaharoff does not run sales. So I can just go ahead and say now, no, that's not the case. It's a small, affordable luxury brand that typically doesn't run any sales. He doesn't do that because it's just not his thing. In the history of the brand, he's never ran sales. So good to see you, though. Latafa Rave now. Wila Parfum, my favorite version. Enigma Parfum Cologne for sitting about tonight. Hit that like button, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Turner said, what's going on, everyone? Explorer, scent of the day. Raining all day here. It looks like it's raining all over the place, huh? It's raining over here. Ridiculous. Just raining all over the country. Delish. For those that didn't know, my favorite soda. I was never one to drink regular Dr. Pepper and all that good stuff. I was always a Diet Dr. Pepper guy. I just like the way it tastes. Long before I was trying to be healthier, which not that that's all that healthy, but you don't get the insulin spike or the sugar, pretty much. Wife's favorite, but she's like, damn, too strong. And Pomelo Paradise is fire and can't wait for the new Y line. I'm excited for both. I ended up getting the 30 ml of Pomelo Paradise. It was, I forgot how much, 50 something dollars. I didn't want to just buy Brioni Intense because I got the alert that they restocked it. I didn't just want to get that. I was like, let me get something else. Let me check something else off the list. And I was already planning on getting Pomelo Paradise. Let me get that together. So I got those two. It's a really good scent. I got to say, they continue to put out some solid stuff for these summer releases. Even Citrine has macerated a bit since I got it last year, a bit stronger and richer. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Business Over Pleasure is like that too. It macerated and got even stronger too. I mean, they do, especially when it's quality oils like those. Quality oils, they just get better over time. Only own one niche at the moment. More into freshies. What would be a good one that you would recommend? There's a lot of good niche freshies. Mancera's got a ton of them. Got a ton of good ones. Soleil d'Italie, Wave Musk, French Riviera, Sicily. List goes on and on with those. Aqua de Parma's basically built a house on great fresh niche freshies. There's a ton to explore. The Blue Mediterranean line, just I would say get out and sample some. There's a bunch of them that are good. There's no one best one. There's a bunch of them that are good. People will tell you Fico di Amalfi and stuff like that, but yeah, that's kind of like the most popular one. But there's some that I like more than that. Arancia di Capri. What else? Colonia Pura is I'm a big fan of that one. That's my favorite. Chinotto di Liguria, which I just got in. That's really good. Kind of a spicy green citrus fragrance. They got a lot of good stuff out there, man. You just got to get out and sample some. But I would recommend Aqua de Parma and Mancera. It's where you don't have to spend a ton of money. You can get samples and stuff like that. And then the bottles from discounters aren't crazy expensive. I just did that. I literally just did that. That's funny. Coach for Men, most complimented in my whole collection. There was a time when it was one of the most complimented in my collection too, years ago. Right? Shout outs to Nathan, Paragon Fragrances. He created that ad. Yeah. Pretty cool, right? It came out really good. Happy 4th. Mankind Ultimate. Good stuff. Just picked up Michael Malone London, San Lucas. Didn't have anything from that house. 10-4. During the packing of some of your fragrances, which one do you come across that made you go, dang, it's been too long? A ton. It's not just one that did that. Because I'm packing the stuff that I know I'm not going to touch in the next month. That's pretty much what it is right now. And it's funny. My wife was grabbing. She's like, this Burberry Indigo, can this get packed? I was like, yeah, because the 100 ml is on the rotation table. So the 30 ml can get packed. I have more than one bottle of it. Shout outs to Chuck for sending that 100 ml my way last year. Just little things like that. It's been kind of some funny stuff. Whereas I was looking for a bottle when I saw the sealed boxes of Tommy that she was sorting with bubble wrap in the front, because I pack them and then she's bubble wrapping them for me and taping the box. Like I sort everything, bring them to the box them up and bring them to the front. And we got a little system. I'm taking a break right now. That's why we're doing the live stream. And I saw that I noticed I grabbed the Tommy box. She was already working on it when I walked in the door from the gym. So when I saw the Tommy boxes, I said, did you grab my loose bottle? And I looked and she hadn't. So I came over here and grabbed it and pulled it out. It's almost empty. I might have 4 or 5 ml left in there. I need to go ahead and start. I think I'm going to use it throughout the rest of the month and go ahead and empty the bottle. So I got a 15 ml and another 30 ml that are still sealed. Everyone hit that like button. Hey, we're getting there. 81 likes, 136 viewers. We are getting there. Has civet in it. Do you know if it's... I'm pretty sure he went with pretty high quality sourced oils because they smell of quality, but I don't know exactly how like authentic the civet is. I don't know. It smells to be quality, but again, I don't know. I've never asked. I left all of those out though. All my Sphinx fragrances are on the shelf right there. Just got done moving, and I had a lot of stuff. Moving really sucks, yes. Have to have the patience to pack all the stuff and move to the third floor from the first floor. That's it. So the fun for me is I'm what they call garden level. So the parking lot, you have to go, you park, and then you go downstairs to my apartment, which is street level. To live in the mountains, so there's different elevations and stuff. So to move, going upstairs, and then when we get to Florida, my wife insisted on third floor this time, which based on where we're at, the view is going to be great. The apartment we did lock down, we got a great view up there. We really do. But we got to move up to the third floor. So labor costs are going to be ridiculous for the movers that are going to help me. But I'm going to get my money's worth. I'm letting them do the majority of it because it's going to be expensive because it's like technically moving out of the second floor, moving up technically to move out. It's weird. And then, 2 flights of stairs when I get the movers in Florida to help me. So yeah, it's going to be, labor is not going to be cheap. But I'm glad that, some things are just worth the money, and paying for movers in these situations definitely needed. I'm not sure. A lot of familiar names. Lodissy, Shade of Lagoon. Any thoughts on Tom Ford Lost Cherry? Never was a fan of it. I've never been a fan of it. The closest I like is Fruity Seduction by Sammy Andrus. It's a little more fruity, not quite as floral. I don't know, just Lost Cherry is like my least favorite cherry fragrance that I've ever smelled. I just don't care for it. Same with Bitter Peach. It's okay. Just don't care for it. I'll never buy a bottle. Just my thoughts on it. I would strongly suggest testing it because that is not a cheap blind buy. I would strongly suggest testing it. That is a retype. I read it the first time, Craig. I'm also very far behind. I get it. Grant, good to see you. From Algabra. Okay. Nothing but rain here in Maine the last month and a half. No hail, though. Yeah, it's been a lot. I am in Colorado. I've been here for almost 3 years. I do not live in Dallas. Never lived in Dallas. I was in Texas 3 years ago. When I first started my channel, I was living in Texas because the channel's 4 years old this month. Actually, in 10 days. Channel will make 4 years since I started making content. Corey, what's going on? What are you wearing on the 4th? I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm debating on Coco Loco. That's what I got slated right now. The next 2 days, I want to wear either the Molinard Lavande or Coco Loco. So it's going to be one of those two over the next 2 days, each day. That's the ones I'm kind of itching to wear. Never tried it. Justin's more the person to ask for that. He's got a lot of experience with these Cartier fragrances. Galloway's actually very underrated and underappreciated. It's good stuff. Very musky, soapy iris, a little spicy. Yeah, it's good stuff. This is number 3, I believe. Craig, please stop typing that over and over, man. What up, everyone? Wood Neroli, that's good stuff. They don't smell anything alike, Kellen. I would suggest getting a sample of Cool Water Intense. It's very youthful and bubblegum. You probably like it, but it's super strong. But they smell nothing alike. They just share a name. They don't share a scent profile. Got Full Moon over the desk here. Leather Iris, like the name. Caramel Oak Moss. Amazing, long lasting. Got it for $20. Noted. So I got to skip ahead, guys. I'm so far behind. I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit. EQ's in the house. What's going on, big dog? Everybody's telling him hi. Corey, good to see you. I worked during Canada Day. I made 2.5 times per hour for 12 hours a day and worked holiday and 0.5. Hey, that's what's up. Made some money. So, yep, got to skip ahead a bit. Praline Rosa Carbon. That's good stuff. Halloween Man X. I've never even heard of those. I've never heard of those, my man. One Most Signature, $30 tester at Frag Buy. Definitely a steal, for sure. It definitely is. Is Polo Red Parfum completely different from Polo Red EDT? Yes. Is it a safe blind buy? I think so, but it does not smell like Polo Red. That's my only disappointment with it. It's a great fragrance. It's just not Polo Red. It's like they didn't do as well like they did with Polo Blue Parfum. That smells like a parfum version of Polo Blue. Polo Red Parfum does not smell like a parfum version of Polo Red. I don't get any Polo Red from that personally. It's an amazing fragrance. Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin, all time. There you go. Money in the Bank was solid. Ending was awesome. Wish LA Knight would have won me too. but I get there investing in building this Judgment Day story. And I get it, like, because they already had plans to, you know, affect the Finn Balor and Seth Rollins match and all that. But, well, we're going to check it out soon. I don't know how soon, because I've been buying a lot. I still have a bunch of stuff coming in. Diorum Sport, can't go wrong there. Really had my eye on 125 mil tester Light Blue Sun. What are your thoughts? I think it's very underrated. It basically smells like light blue plus a sunscreen-esque coconut note. It's very true to the original's DNA. It literally smells like light blue plus a synthetic coconut. Very, very underappreciated. The color and theme of the bottle and juice and everything really fits what you smell. That salty, marine, sun-kissed, sunscreened up skin by the beach. No, that doesn't sound enticing, but when you smell it, you'll totally get where I'm coming from with that. Surprisingly, still easy to find for a good price. A lot of places have it because that came out. Shoot, it's been 3 years, 4 years since that came out. I don't remember what year. I want to say it was 2019's release. Yeah, I think that was 2019 summer release. That's 4 years ago, you know, and it's still easy to find. And they're limited edition summer flankers. They don't keep producing them. As far as I know, they don't keep producing them. That just smells like lemonade. Just like everything you've ever heard about it. It smells like lemonade. It's that simple. It's not crazy strong, but it smells great. Definitely does. Club Inouye Sillage, good stuff. Rockin' Greenlee stepped out onto the porch in the humid and rainy day. It's raining everywhere. And the combination was perfect. Also had a saleswoman ask for the scent I was wearing. She wrote it down. There you go. Why I sell myself thoughts. No info on it so far. So you go to ifragranceofficial.com, and that's the info. I don't have any thoughts on it because I haven't smelled it. I'm excited to try it. We talked about it a minute ago. But yeah, go to ifragranceofficial.com and check it out. Ordered a sample Evening Mystique last night. I hope you enjoy it. Jumpman23 Up High. I like that name. What's one hype fragrance that you would recommend right now with no hesitation? Oh, this. I don't know who else is hyping it, but Justin hyped it to the point of me wanting it, and now I'm hyping it. Brioni Eau de Parfum Éclat. I love it. Another one that's no hesitation that falls in the same family is Terre de Maison Givray. Especially great for this time of year. If you're in the States, it's summertime. Those two immediately come to mind, and zero hesitation on that. Light Blue Forever, another one wearing that. Watch Sense, Plattsburgh, New York. Scent of the day, Carolina Herrera, Bad Boy. So I'm so far behind. I got to skip some more, guys. I apologize. BDK Parfum Citrus Riviera is a great summer freshie. I ran out of that decan a while back. I need to revisit. The Bergamoto 22 clone that looks just like it. No, I don't think I have. From where? Because the only one I've tried that's a direct clone of Bergamoto 22 was 22 Shades of Bergamot from Duo. And that was a few years back. Bracken, hey Ross, have you come across a clone or alternative Gucci Pour Homme 2? So I've never even tried Gucci Pour Homme 2. I know it's heralded as one of like the best tea fragrances. I've just never tried it. So I really don't know what would be a good clone of it because I don't even know what it smells like. Out the door, about to go grab some dinner with the girlfriend. I hope y'all have a safe, enjoyable night. Well, Steven, it was good to see you. Thank you for coming by. Let's see. What's going on, Spencer? Wearing another one wearing YO Fresh. A couple of you guys are matching today. Glad you picked up Mahir Legacy. Looking forward to your full review. True summer banger on the I mean, I'm smelling it the whole time. Like, the sillage is really good on it. Had it on for about an hour and a half now. And yeah, I'm smelling myself the entire time. Every time I breathe through my nose, I smell it. I also have 8 sprays on. So there's that. I was at Five Below the other day, and I saw they had fragrances. You should review them. Nah. I'd rather spend money on cheaper designers than knockoff bullshit Five Below fragrances. That's like reviewing the knockoffs at like Big Lots and stuff like that. Doesn't interest me. That's a complete waste of money for me, my man. So unfortunately, the answer to that is going to be no. I got to be interested in spending my money on these things. That's all the stuff you see me buy. It's because I wanted to buy it. I don't just take requests and spend money on stuff because others want to hear it. Now, if I get enough requests, now if you and 100 other people say it, it's like, well, shit, I guess I have to now. Make sense? I got to have the interest in buying it. Because at the end of the day, I buy like 70 to 80% of the fragrances that come in. I get sent stuff, but I buy the majority of the fragrances. Boz, good to see you. Rosa Sloan, I wore that, was it yesterday? Day before, 2 days ago, I wore that. MJR Painful. Interesting name. What's going on? No, it's my thing. She doesn't want to be on camera. I gave up on trying years ago. She's not interested. She's not interested in being on camera. Signature Pour Homme. Oh, or Zaharoff Pour Homme, the original. That's a lavender bomb. It's quality lavender, though. Everybody's telling Boz hello. I'd like to get that one. I still want to get the Intense first. Randy had sent me a sample of the Intense when it came out, and I love it. I want to get a bottle of the Intense. Then I'll get the Eau Fraiche. I might get them together. Who knows? But these L1212 flankers, the L1212 Blanc flankers, they've been doing good with them. They have been doing good. Most of the time, they don't smell like the original, but they're all, like, in their own right, good fragrances, good freshies. I'm going to have no choice because I'm not going to want to carry all of that shit up. I'm going to carry the bulk of it because I've got boxes marked on what my expensive shit is. If I got to replace stuff, I'd rather it be Burberry fragrances and Nautica fragrances and stuff like that, not Argos and Raja Dove and Manceras and Kajal and, you know, and Amouage. That stuff I'm definitely taking myself. I don't, Dior, Chanel, the stuff I really don't want to replace, I don't want to risk it, is the ones that I'm gonna carry the bulk of the fragrances. Like while they're pulling other stuff with the dolly up and down the stairs, I'm gonna be going back and forth with boxes of fragrances. It's like the main thing that I'm moving. I'm paying for them to do the bulk of it, but I'm gonna take it upon myself to do what is my bread and butter, the things that I deal with every day of my life, which is fragrances. So another rainy day. Boz is having a rainy day too. Boy, it's just rain everywhere, huh? Jeez. That's all that matters. Glad to hear. Stray Fire, what's going on, man? What's your thoughts on a Cento? 100 ml for $130. That is cheap. That is cheap. So you got to like purple flowery smells because it's hyacinth and iris, musk and pineapple. It's that simple. It's a fresh, powdery, flowery scent, fruity at the top, clean and musky for the majority. Strong, too. It's a strong fragrance. Elegant. Nice, dressy occasion fragrance. I don't find it's all that casual. I mean, you can wear it with a t-shirt if you want. But it dresses up really well. It's a good Oxford fragrance. Oxford shirt. It's good for that. It's really good for that. But yeah, that's still my favorite Xerjoff fragrance. I've got Mephisto. I've got 40 knots now. I don't have a ton of stuff, but it's still my favorite of the three. Jean Lo Immortal EDP. Can't complain. Enjoying this last day of vacation. Well, at least your sunburn went away, Jonathan. Happy 4 years of Ross's channel. Well, thank you, Joel. I appreciate that. We're typically, because after the 1 year anniversary, I was going to make it an annual thing to do Not So Citrusy summer fragrances. Then I didn't do it in 21 and 22. Or if I did, it wasn't on the same day. And we just did it this past week. It was a member voted video. So it's like, I don't really have a tradition for that day, but probably do a live stream, you know, depending on what's going on. So July 12th is the day. So I should probably do a live stream. So it's actually very musky. It's a very clean, musky fragrance. A little bit of ambroxan to keep the freshness. It starts off very sharp grapefruit, a little smoky. The pink pepper really brightens it up. It's not all that spicy. It adds a little touch of sweetness. And then you get, as it dries, it's all about musk. It's a lot of musk. It's mainly a musk fragrance. And then you smell ambroxan throughout. It has a little bit of a synthetic feel versus it's not as smooth as the Eau de Parfum, but it's solid. It's solid stuff. I'm a huge fan of it. I'm a huge fan of this fragrance. This is such a good pickup. I gave it an 8 out of 10 first impressions rating. I've rated the EDP a little higher, but this one's that much more wearable. Day to day, my day-to-day life, this is the more wearable fragrance for me. It's casual, but can dress up if you needed to. It's not as serious as the Eau de Parfum. I love it. I love it. It's very good. I think so too. I'm probably going to go that route. We're going to see Sound of Freedom. Wife booked tickets for that. She really wanted to see it. So that's the movie we're going to see on July 4th. Apparently it comes out on July 4th. So yeah, we're going to the movies to see that. And I don't know. We'll probably end up at the in-laws either before or after, I'm sure. So we'll be doing stuff most of the day. I feel like Oud for Happiness is a little bit animalistic in the dry. I haven't smelled it except once. Once back December 2021 when we went to Glendale at Door Prestige. I smelled it on a test strip. So I don't really remember it well. And then it was on a test strip of that. I don't remember it well enough to be able to weigh in. Happy Land Haymaker. To my nose, it's like a take a Lemonsite. Fair. Grapefruit ginger musk, just more added musk, definitely good. Not sure if it's different enough for me. 10-4. All right, Bane, we'll answer it. I don't. So I don't plan for that far ahead. I set goals daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. I don't set a goal beyond a year because that's a year is a long time out. So I don't visualize that far ahead. So I know that's not the answer you're looking for. I just got to focus daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. That's how I goal set. I've been like that for a long time. So in 5 years, I'll be able to answer. Well, Bane, remember when you asked me where did I visualize myself in 5 years? Here's where we are. I didn't visualize this except a year ago. This was my plan. So that's what I'd be able to elaborate on. Sleep repeat. Yeah, there you go. BQ, been enjoying your stuff. Bought Iris Man and Shamrock for Making Sense, $20 each. Amazing. Never buying originals again. Making Sense is my way to go. Mikey does do some good stuff. Mike, shout out to Mikey Densmore. Balder Freak. Summer Heat, Prodalome, or Dunhill Icon. Ooh. I would probably go with, well, I don't have Icon. I have Icon Racing, and I would choose Icon Racing over Prodalome for the Heat because Prodalome is not as bright and fresh as people give it credit for. I would say Prodalome Low is better for summer heat. The baby blue one with the baby blue patch on the back. Indeed. Have Triumph for Bacchus, Coach Green, Legend Red, and Train and Wheat on the way from the Frag Buy sale. Hoping I'm part of the first 1,500 who did Frag Buy care. I definitely did it. That means 76 cents. Who knows what the freebies are going to be? You just cross your fingers and 76 cents, you get 2 freebies, basically, is how you can look at it. And your package is protected in shipping. So if something happens, they'll replace it. So I do. I haven't played golf in a few months, though. I've been playing golf since I was 12, religiously. For a long time, religiously. I've been a member at a couple of different country clubs over the years. And, I've played many scrambles. I've played in tournaments. It's been a little while. I've only played 2 rounds since we moved here. And the last round was 6 or 8 months ago, maybe a little longer than that. It's been a while. I will be playing more when we move to Florida because I'm going to be an hour from Emerald Bay. Pretty excited about that. I haven't played at Emerald Bay in years. That's a badass course. Those of you that are familiar with Panhandle and Emerald Bay, you know what I'm talking about. You golfers, that Emerald Bay is a badass course. Pretty excited for that because I don't have my golfing buddy anymore. My childhood best friend is my golfing buddy. So, which I'll be able to play golf with him a lot more because I'll be a driving distance away from him, whereas I'm 20 hours away from him right now. So, we'll be able to play a lot more. Because between me driving back to Homa, and then on top of that, him and the family vacation in the Panhandle every year, I'm going to see him a lot more. So, and we usually play golf when we hang out. So. Damn. Foggy and blurred. Be careful. Don't know. Haven't given it any thought. I'm lying. I know exactly what I would do, but that's not for you guys to know. In the event I get to do it again, I'm not telling you till the time's right. So I've got it written down. All the notes I'd like to work with, everything, the name, everything. I'm always ready. I was ready for the second round long before George ever said, let's do a second round. So there's nothing in the works for a third round. Please don't misconstrue what I'm saying. But in the event, whether it's Zaharoff or anybody else, I'm ready. I'm always ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? Happily and Haymaker reminds me, so another person saying the same thing about Oud Sublime OMG is so good. Got it yesterday, right? That's one of the better releases of the year, in my opinion. I haven't tried it, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's Spencer's not so famous YouTuber. That's Spencer. Yeah, every time you hear me say Spencer, I'm talking about not so famous YouTuber. I'm not gonna lie, Duke Cannon Bay Rum, solid cologne, big fan. I've heard it's pretty good. Straight Lilabo knockoff. I'm interested. There you go. What's a hype fragrance you would recommend with no hesitation in this moment? Answered that already. This is the downside of being so far behind. Just ordered French Riviera and Windwood. Got it backwards, but I know what you meant. Hope I like them blind buy. They're pretty safe blind buys. I think you'll like them. As long as you like creamy florals, because there's definitely a floral tone to French Riviera, but boy, is it good. So better step up. There you go. I have not, Boz. So we'll hang out for about another 15 minutes, guys. Like I said, there was no topic today. As you can see, I'm just answering comments and chopping it up with you guys along the way. That's all I wanted to do. Sundays, I think it's best to do this because we're just lounging around. Most people are just lounging around on Sunday. So I wanted to bring that laid back lounging around vibe to the stream. We can have topics during the week, you know. He's live in a while wearing Citrine. Good choice, James. Good choice. Never tried. I guess I'll join in too. Rainy day here. I'll be damned. It's raining by you too. Shout out from Barbados. Would you recommend Prodalome Intense as an evening fragrance? I absolutely would. If you like Iris, that's definitely one of your better options. The leather is not overdone. It's not animalistic. It's kind of got this damp, leathery patchouli smell in the dry down while still having that powdery, not as soapy Iris as the other two. And when I say the other two, I mean L'Homme and L'Homme Low. Those are a bit more soapy overall. I haven't tried Absolute and Water Splash. I wish I would have got Absolute. Water Splash, I've heard, is just like aquatic L'Homme Low, but maybe one day. You never know. But evenings, I would say that's the best one of the bunch for sure. It's leather, but it's not animalistic leather. It's soft leather. You got to like patchouli. Definitely get a lot of patchouli in dry down. Scent of the day, La Bola Parfum, uncommon scent. I hope you have a great week as well, and that's an excellent choice, sir. Carlos isn't here. May he rest in peace. My name's Ross. So I don't know. I don't go by Carlos or Carlos because Carlos is not the right way to say my name. But I don't go by that name. I hate my last name because it gets said wrong all the time. My whole life. I've been hearing Ross Carlos my whole life, and that's not how you say my name. It rhymes, Ross Carlos. I hate my last name because of it. Zara wanted Parfum. Same as the original, just more intense. You mean the Eau de Parfum? The new one, the silver bottle? That looks like they just rebottled Free Ride, which was a limited edition bottle. I haven't tried it. I have no idea. Justin would be the one to ask. The brand had sent him the bottle. He did a review on it recently. I haven't tried it yet. I'll get it eventually. I just haven't tried it yet. It's raining for Sandy too. Jeez. Can't catch a break. Jeez. Everybody's got rain. I love First Instinct. I'm a fan. The Blue Flanker is my favorite, and the close second would be Together. Yeah, big fan. I did a line review on all four. Yeah, Eclat. I don't know exactly how to say it. Eclat. I'm not sure, but it's a great fragrance. Scroll down. I'm so far behind still. Not really. Like I said, it fits the same vibe as Eau Givre, but they don't smell the same. There's some similarity, but not exactly. Cologne is my favorite fragrance from the brand. That is my favorite Parfums de Marly fragrance because it's such a strange, spicy fragrance. I was going to ask what you're doing in the UK, so I was surprised when I saw you at Cameo and Fragmental's video. Well, there's other content that's been supposed to come out for months, but somebody's dragging his fucking feet. I hope you see this. Stop dragging your fucking feet. There's a big piece of content, was the whole reason I went. And there's somebody who's slacking on making content that puts out a video like once a friggin' month. And I try not to give him a hard time, but we're going to do it publicly here without saying his name, because if he sees it, he knows I'm talking to him. Because me and Chris, Fragmental, we have videos that are being held hostage because this person has not put this big piece of content out yet. Because it spoils a lot of things if we put, like, I've got 3 videos that have just been sitting since February that I can't put out yet. And Chris has 2 or 3 as well that he can't put out yet. Really, he shouldn't put the Creed video out. We all had a conversation. Chris was like, I want to put this video out. So he did so. But if you see this, let's go. It's been almost 6 months. Come on. It's 5 months at this point. Chop, chop. July 4th, Ashbury Park. Acento sounds like a Harry Potter spell. That's an interesting take. It's been a burden my whole life. Sending the original. My first order from Fragrance Buy. Heard good things. Nowhere else does package protection. Like, no, there's other places that do the package protection. But yeah, Fragrance Buy is one of the better places to buy from. Aura is rising behind us. I'm not easily offended. I missed something there because I've been skipping around, which I'm still skipping around now because I'm just so far behind. So I apologize. I'm having to skip these. I'll answer this one real quick before I skip around. What's your favorite Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrance? I would say that's a tough one because I really like the new Le Male Elixir. I'm a huge fan of Le Male Le Parfum, and I really, really love both Le Beaus, Le Beau and Le Beau Le Parfum. So it's really hard to just pick one. Oh, that's tough. If I pick one, it's probably got to be Le Beau Le Parfum. It's too good. It's too good. But the thing is, all 4 that I just named are too good. There is the most minuscule of drop off. It's a taste thing, you know. But it's sweet and tropical. There's some greenness to it. Strong. I got to go with Le Beau Le Parfum if I'm picking one, but it's hard to choose because, like I said, from Le Male line, Le Male Elixir and Le Male Le Parfum. Big fan of both. And then, like I said, both versions of Le Beau. Jean-Paul Gaultier, I need Le Beau Elixir. I need Le Beau Elixir. That needs to be the next release. I debated on doing one last night, and I was like, I don't feel like it. Like 10 o'clock last night, my time, I was debating on doing it. Maybe sooner than later. Maybe at some point this month. I can't guarantee it. It's just when the mood strikes me. It's something I don't really plan. Bought French Riviera on your advice. I hope you're enjoying it, Kevin. I did not. I don't live near Denver. I don't like going to Denver. Denver's a shithole. And I'm not a Nuggets fan on top of that. So legit. Bois Arctic from them. Okay. You mentioned you're from Houma, Houma. You have a family member or friend that fought Jim Cornette in Mid-South Show? No, that is not correct. That is not the case. Never tried it. No, sir. I don't see why people like Luna Rosa Ocean. To me, it smells like detergent. Hot take brought to you by Boz. That's pretty funny. I like it. I don't love it. It's not my favorite version of Luna Rosa. It's like midway through the rankings for me. The EDP is better. It's a smoky vanilla. It's a little creamy and fresh at the top, you know. But best cologne to use in the Caribbean climate. I would say things like these would be good for that. Pacific Lime and Orange Sanguine from Atelier Cologne. These fresher, more photorealistic tropical fragrances. Stuff like that would be the way to go. And Creed's Virgin Island Water and everything that smells like Virgin Island Water would be well for that. Also, bright green, citrusy, and a light woody undertone. Which newest Ferragamo? I don't know of any that fits that profile that's bright green and citrusy, because Ferragamo, the one that came out in 2020, it's a violet leaf and green fragrance, but it doesn't really have all that much citrus. I mean, it's probably the closest to the description that you're asking, but because the Aqua Essenziale fragrance is not really. Aqua Essenziale Colonia would fit that. Bergamot and vetiver, a little bit of ambroxan. That probably fits what you're asking the best. Yeah, I would say Salvatore Ferragamo Aqua Essenziale Colonia. Probably the best answer for what you're asking. Okay, so I wasn't sure. That's why I was like, yeah, I don't go by that. I hate going by that. And I told you why I hate going by that. It was me. Okay. That makes more sense. So, as you can see, I shoot off the cuff with everything. Some people love that about me. Some people hate that about me. Just be me. Thank you for clearing that up, though, gentlemen. That is a great deal for the 4.2. I agree. I am Caucasian. There's Spanish down the line. I mean, I never did the ancestry thing, but I mean, I'm sure there's a little bit of a bunch of different things down there, but I'm predominantly a white boy for the most part. I mean, there's Hispanic down in there somewhere, but I wouldn't consider myself Hispanic. That's fair. I've been told that by some wives and stuff like that before, or via the husband / boyfriend that the wife said this. It's not the first time I've heard that. Bright leather definitely does not fit that profile. Bright leather's great, but it does not fit that profile. Good fragrance on a rainy day. It's raining everywhere. Is it sunny anywhere? Anything? Because I don't really wear anything based off of rain. Sedley or its clone, Mahir Legacy, because that's what I'm wearing on my rainy day. Which it looks like it stopped. The sun's coming out a little bit more. And I wasn't mad at you. I was just pointing it out. Ross and EQ both going live today. What a great day. Oh, EQ's going live? He didn't tell me he was going live. I mean, I'm shutting it down here in a second anyway. We're about to hit an hour. Let's play a game. Everyone take a shot when Ross name drops Justin. Well, that's only happened twice so far. But you got to understand, Justin's one of my dearest friends. Me and Justin got very close over the years. It's not just the internet friends. I've spent a ton of time with Justin in person and made a lot of content side by side and broke bread. And we've had a lot of meals together and all these different things. You know, we have I guess you'd call it a special bond, the group we have. George, Andrea, Justin, Anthony, myself, Grace, you know, done a lot of stuff together over the years. So when I name drop is because he's a very good friend of mine. You know? Which I was also a fan of his long before I met him. He was one of my favorite him and Carlos were my two favorite content creators before I started my channel. That's funny. I get where you're coming from. That's kind of funny. Right out to evening service night. It's going to be Roundhouse. Really love to. I left Roundhouse out. I packed the bulk of my Happy Land fragrances. There's like 6 of them that I left out that are all fresher. Garlic Mist, Roundhouse and Haymaker, Shameless, Blue Fire. There's another one I left out and I can't remember. Dragon Feet. Ross isn't bitter. There you go. I have not. All reviews are positive because it's probably good. It's probably really good. Most people don't shit on a fragrance just to shit on a fragrance, you know? Typically, people that just shit on a fragrance to be different, I don't understand, you know, because unless it deserves some negative critique, you're not really going to see that too often. So I would assume it's probably pretty good if everything you're seeing is positive about it, because you can't say the whole they're sending people free bottles and people are shilling and all the shit you'll hear, because they don't send nobody shit. You know what I mean? They're super expensive too. Vanilla oud. Wow. Speaking of something that's awesome. One spray and you're good. Excited to try in the colder months. It's amazing in the colder months. You don't need but a few. 3 or 4 sprays is a lot with that fragrance because the sillage is intense. I'll let everybody else chime in on that one, actually, since you said what are everyone's, because I talk summer fragrances almost every day. That's fair, Boz, because I'm a big fan too. I really like Jean-Paul Gaultier. They put out some really good stuff that suits my taste. I like their sweet fragrances. I like their tropical fragrances. You know, certain sweet fragrances I like more than others, and typically a lot of the stuff they do is the sweet fragrances I like. Yeah, I know, Sandy, you've been beating yourself up about it. Oud Maliki fragrance line. I haven't tried any of them. Unfortunately. I've been wanting to try Oud Maliki because I have Killer Oud's clone of it, and it's really good. So I'd like to try that, the real deal. Fragrance Buy had it in stock for a while, and I think Fragrance Net had it for a little while too. Yeah, it sold out during the live. I forgot about that. Yeah, we talk about Vanilla Oud a lot in the live stream on this channel. It comes up almost every day. There's a lot of Virtus Vanilla Oud fans in this live chat, including myself. Parfum Addictos, what's going on, man? Just ordered Phantom Parfum. I'd like to try that. I do like YSL Y Live. So to me, it smells like Y mixed with Invictus. And that's 2 of my personal favorite DNAs when it comes to blues. And it smells like a combination of the 2. Big fan. You beautiful bald bastard. Thank you for the $5 Canadian. I think my super chat was hidden or canceled because I cussed in it. YouTube is miserable like me and Ross. Well, I'm not miserable. You definitely are, but I still love you. Anybody that's not familiar with Chad from The Gentleman's Journey, you must be new to the community because he's been around for like a decade now. Have you made 10 years yet, Chad? I know 9 for sure. Have you made 10 years? Let us know down in the chat. But anybody that hasn't seen, I recently did a collaboration review on a Perry Ellis fragrance with Chad here on my channel and a Kenneth Cole fragrance with Chad on his channel. Make sure to subscribe to A Gentleman's Journey. If you like dry sense of humor dad jokes, Chad's probably going to be the guy for you. The original Cheapy King. He has since dubbed me that, but I still like to say it's a shared crown because I've always liked the cheapies. Hence the reason I found Chad long time ago. But yeah, thank you for the super chat, Chad. Appreciate you, man. Isa Blanca, Mega Mayor, and God of Fire. Thrag by sale, I went on Mancera buying spree. Drapoise Intense, French Riviera, Soli d'Italy, Wave Musk. Well, you bought all the good ones. You bought all the good ones. You did not miss. You did not miss, Sean. That's some good stuff, man. I think so. It's a more woody version of YEDT. You'll see a lot of people compare it on the forums to YEDT, and that's fair. It's not full of aldehydes. It's still citric and a little fruity. It's musky. It's that blue feel, like the ambergris muskiness, but it's very woodsy as it dries down, way more than Y is. It's in some ways, for some people, it's probably better and more tolerable than Y, because Y is very synthetic. It's full of aldehydes, too. At least the original formula was full of, which I love about it, but some people don't care for it. They say it's too chemical and synthetic and all that. I get it. I get where they're coming from. Excuse me. Carbonation. Making me burp. But yeah, I think it's really good. And the EDP smells nothing like it. The EDP is a spicy orange that dries into leather. And then if you look at the Parfum that just came out, which I'm going to get at some point, the No Breakdown's nothing like either of the previous 2 versions. So I'm sure all 3 that share a name smell nothing like one another. Brunei. Okay. You from Homa? And Sarah Vetter. Yeah, I know Joel's a huge fan of that one. Sunny in San Diego. Well, at least it's sunny for one of you guys. Pouring here in South Florida. Yeah, I'm sure. It's pouring most places. So it kind of smells like a more green Versace Mano Fresh because they have this bamboo note that kind of stands out. but it's in the same vein as Versace Mano Fresh. So if you don't like that, you won't like this. If you do like that, you will like this. Make sense? Sunny in Washington State. Where we go. It's been raining here in Alabama the past week. It's been raining for like in the last 60 days. I would say it's not rained 5 or 6 times. And I'm in the mountains that are supposed to be desert-like. My first 2 years here, it rained probably a total of 20 times. It's rained 20 times in the last like 18 days. It's crazy. It's crazy. No, I haven't. I would like to start doing that, though. It's funny that you bring that up. I've been debating on that. Ghost Perfumer would be interesting. Gabe reached out to me a while back offering it to me, and I didn't accept the offering. Nothing against him or anything. It's just one of those deals where I haven't really been big into reading paperbacks, where I think I would like to do that more. I don't want to read on my phone. I want to read actual paperback books. And that's one that I think would be interesting. The whole, Creed lied about who perfumed Aventus and all that good stuff. I think that'd be an interesting read. So the Ghost Perfumer is what it's called for those of you that are curious. One of my top freshies. It definitely doesn't last long, but it's good stuff. That's fair. I appreciate that, Joe. I appreciate that. Shout outs to Michelle, too. I'm assuming that was in her live stream from the other day, or was it in maybe Instagram story questions? Because I know she did a live stream like a week ago. I think it was a week ago, something like that, around a week ago. But I appreciate that. And I'm sure Neve appreciates that too. They don't really have a high heat fragrance. Not yet, anyways. I would say the closest is the Pour Homme, because it's so much bergamot. It's a bergamot vetiver violet type of fragrance. It's a classic masculine style, but that's about the freshest fragrance that Christian's put out. He hasn't really done a freshie. Everything else is pretty dense. He hasn't really done one. That's about the closest. Never fails, right, guys? I'm not going to miss that. That won't be a thing in my new place. Because it's a curvy road, and I'm right in one of the curves. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry that's cut their exhaust off, put a glass pack, has a catback exhaust, whatever, where they spent money or half-assed it, and every bike flies through this curve because it's a curvy road. There's a straightaway right before the curve to get to that I'm in. So, and then it goes into a straightaway again. So they light it up coming through this curve, and it's all hours of the day, every day of the week. Friday's the worst because it's bike night over here on Fridays, and around 9 o'clock my time, for about 20 minutes, about 100 bikes flying by every Friday night in the spring, summer, and early fall. Every night, late spring into the summer and early fall, because early spring is still snowing. Yeah, I'm not gonna miss that. Don't get me wrong, I love motorcycles too. I have a Gixxer, but those of you that don't know the lingo, GSXR Suzuki. But if I'm not on it, I don't feel like hearing that shit nonstop. Sedley's great. Also, Second Soul is heavenly. I agree. That is good stuff. Sedley to me is only for the summer. It's best suited for the summer. That's for sure. Chad is awesome. I agree. Joe, what's going on? I have to try Phantom Parfum. I didn't hate the first one. Same. But I know a lot of people do. And I wasn't a fan. So when I got Ralph's Club Parfum, the original, I got a sample, a little decant of Phantom with it. And it's kind of a strange, sweet fragrance. It didn't like make me want it. Not even the gimmick robot bottle. Didn't make me want it. Whereas the Parfum, you know what? I probably like the Parfum more. I'm going to give it a shot. And I need to revisit the original one again. But nothing was special to it to make me want it. Like nothing about it spoke to my taste. But I totally get where you're coming from. Chad with another super chat. You didn't have to do the super chat, man. 10 years on August 3rd. So it is right around the corner, guys. It's literally in 31 days. 32 days? Yeah, 32 days. Chad makes a decade on YouTube. A decade, you old bastard. Still a beautiful bald bastard, but you're an old, beautiful bald bastard. Appreciate you, man. Thank you again for the super chat. Again, you didn't have to do that, but, you know, I'll be sure to remember to congratulate you on 10 years when that date rolls around. I need to not forget that. Take a mental note. In fact, because I want to be one of the first to congratulate you, because that's quite a milestone, man. Let me put it in my calendar so I don't forget. August 3rd. Chad makes 10 years on YouTube. Let's do all day, and it'll remind me the night before. So I got it in my calendar so I don't forget. So I want to be among the first because you were very inspirational for this channel and for a lot of my fragrance collection. Hence the reason I gave you all the credit for Chinotto di Liguria. You sold me on that. I just got a bottle of it recently, which I think I've told you that I've been wanting to get it. It's an interesting list right there. Don't usually layer, but stumbled across Summer Vibes 4.0 and Explorer layer combo that's worth, I bet, because that's a lot of pineapple mixing with somewhat of an Aventus DNA. That makes sense. Chad is great despite being Canadian. There you go. Frank Nitty, love the name. Good to see you. Yeah, 10 ml sample of Vertus Vanilla Oud. It's scent split for $36.99. 10 ml goes a long way, too. It's basically like having a small bottle. Chad's the nicest guy I've ever encountered in the FragCom. He's also the most cynical. But it's easy to get jaded when you've been around this toxic-ass community for as long as he's been. Fellow Canadian in Gentleman's Journey. Dunhill Amalfi Citrus. I'd like to get that one. So I have a Nordic Fougere, I believe is what it's called. Chad advised me to get that one. I haven't spent time with it yet. It's sitting. I know exactly where it's at. I haven't wore it yet. It's very nice, though. I'd like to get Amalfi Citrus. That one caught my attention, too. And the Burbs. Yeah, it's on my wish list, too. You never know. Gentleman's Journey, I'm in. Got to know Quebec. Everybody's showing Chad some love. There's a few really good ones. I've heard Detour Noir is really good. I've tried it. It was nice. Royal Equestrian from Alexandria is a good one. But that's probably the two that come to mind that I would say are worth checking out. Alexandria Fragrances, Royal Equestrian, and Al Haramain Detour Noir. Pretty good options. I appreciate that from London, Ontario. Thank you, sir. See blacking on notifications. Sorry, Nick. I can't control it. I wish they would be better about it. But, I mean, we're running a little long, but we'll shut it down in a minute. YouTube's pissing me off. Maybe one day. Who knows? Jixabra, come ride with me in San Diego. That's a bit far from me, and I'm about to be even further. I've never tried it. I know it's the hype train. I can't turn on YouTube on my desktop without seeing the paid advertisement for her video that S-Boy's boosting. They boost the shit out of her video. It's probably, I'm surprised, it might be at 1 million views by now. Shout out to Michelle for all the hype behind that. Literally all of it. Everybody else is secondary. She's the hype. Because like I said, they boost her video. I see her video as an ad for S-Boy by Draco all the time. It's literally, it'll be at the top of a search list if I type something in search in YouTube. Because I'm a targeted viewer. Because I'm searching similar content. So, like I said, shout out to Michelle. Ross and chat was good. Just finished work today. Guess 1981 Los Angeles. CK1 Summer 2019. That's good stuff. Piss me. Yeah. So Chad would understand. Because Chad's had some, and I'm surprised you've been posting a lot of Hugo Boss scent of the days, honestly. Because you've been wearing Hugo Boss a lot lately. So for those of you who don't know, Hugo Boss had his first account shut down on Instagram. Just for posting Hugo Boss scent of the days. Think about that, Joel. Imagine having a brand do it to you. Because you're showing love to the fragrance you bought, that you're wearing it and saying something nice about it. So kudos to Chad for not becoming bitter with the brand, because I don't know if I could. And I love that brand. I love Hugo Boss, especially the Boss Bottled line. But yeah, like Chad's wearing Boss Bottled Unlimited today. In fact, I saw his post earlier. Tigar. Ooh, God, you smell incredible. I have my carded sample that Joe sent me a while back right here that's not wanting to focus for some reason. Well, damn. It'll focus like this. I'm going to get a bottle eventually. That bottle's crazy expensive. Hi from Uruguay, wearing Acqua di Gio Profondo. Good stuff. I must say I rolled the dice on Wave 2 years ago in New York after checking one of your reviews. My goodness, the scent is addictive. Thank you so much for your nose of precision. I wouldn't call it precision. I see it's your avatar, though. That's kind of funny. So you definitely like it. But it is a great fragrance. It's one of the best cheapies I've ever picked up. Ever. It's really good. KEDT and EDP are super underrated. Sin of the day is KEDP. I agree. I think the EDT gets unfairly shit on. EDT's solid fragrance. I don't care what anybody says. I think it's decent. Toxic. Oh yeah, for sure. I noticed the other day that YouTubers can control how fast people can comment. So there's an option to do it, to do slow mode. But I mean, what's the point? You know, it's not like we've got 1,000 people in the chat. If we had 1,000 people in the chat, it would be just nonstop rapid fire. Then it'd be a necessity to do slow mode. Whereas, yeah, I get behind, but it's not so severe and crazy to where I feel it's a necessity. Though we have an active live chat in these live streams. I appreciate you guys. By all means, keep it coming. But I don't think it's necessarily a necessity yet. Maybe, who knows, maybe a few years from now, if the live chat keeps growing, might have to at some point, you know, so I don't miss too much. With 40 in sight, how do you feel about it? That's just the number. Just the number. I feel good, man. I feel good. It's just the number. You know, I don't sweat age and stuff like that. I'm good with it. It doesn't bother me. I don't fear a certain age. Like, oh shit, I'm about to be 40. Dudes that make fun of how I dress and say things about how I look, they lack happiness somewhere in their life, because how I dress shouldn't bother somebody. Just saying. Because I get that comment a lot. I dress like a child. I dress like a 14-year-old. I just dress like a teenager. Grow up. I've heard Peter Pan syndrome. I've heard all that shit. Gotta love the haters, right? I don't know who's the oldest. He's one of, as far as how long he's been making content, he's one of. Definitely one of. That's true. That's true. But I love that you guys talk amongst yourselves as well. It's not just nonstop stuff from me. You guys have your own conversation in the process. That's a great thing. Hey, somebody else with a sunny day. Hot girls in bikinis everywhere. That's what I'm talking about. Dora, yes, he is. Mark started back in 09. So there you go. Mark's the eldest. Boss Unlimited, happy 4th. So there's, hey, Jad, you got a twin. Somebody else is wearing Boss Unlimited today. Happy 4th. Appreciate everything you do. Andy, thank you so much for being here. So we got to shut it down. Let me get to a decent spot real quick. Oh, geez. Kick someone in the nuts. Thanks for the love, but no thanks. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's funny. Boz, you always crack me up. I don't know what you're referring to, but that was a funny comment. Desir Toxic. Very smoky, earthy green with a tart fruitiness from the blackcurrant. You'll see on forums they relate it to Leighton. I get a little bit of where they're coming from, but I don't think it really smells all that much like Leighton, honestly. I would think this is actually a little bit more mature. It doesn't have all the sweetness of Leighton. Like that heavy vanilla dry down. It's not crazy minty, because Leighton's full of geranium, like a very minty menthol geranium. I think it's a little bit more matured and refined. It's not too in your face. It's very good. It's the best fragrance I've ever tried from them, even more so than Gin Tonic. I love Gin Tonic, their newest release, but Desir Toxic still king of the M. Micallef Mountain, in my opinion. Beautiful evening fragrance. All it's good for, in my opinion. Not a good daytime wear. Great in the evenings, though. I did see that that's coming. I'm excited. I hope it's better than the Parfum. Parfum's okay. It just doesn't smell like Boss Bottle. Parfum's nice. It just doesn't smell like Boss Bottle. I hope the Elixir smells like an Elixir Flank or a Boss Bottle. That's a possibility. That's a real possibility. Boss Bottled Elixir. There you go. That's the real formulation that we need. Dinner is ready, so I'm out. Have a good night, Rossi Bossy. Chad, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the super chats, my man. Yeah, slow mo's whack. There you go. John said Rossi. Costa Azura. Also, what scent are you going to wear for the 4th? So the current spot where it's at right now is Coco Loco. That's currently what's slated. Am I definitely going to wear that Tuesday? I don't know. But that's what I'm planning to wear. Subject to change. Day by day, it's always subject to change. So let me jump down a little bit. Montrese, good to see you. Fuck them, Ross. I agree. It's okay. I'm 40 at the end of this year, too. We're still young, man. Or maybe trying to fool myself into believing it. Bane's 47 and Batman Dark Knight Rises. There you go. Let's get ahead. I've been accused of taking over chats, LOL, so beware. Boz, you're always welcome here, man. That chat episode with Boss. Okay. Steel Warrior, good to see you. So we made it to the bottom. I'll be damned. So we're going to shut it down after Paul's comment. Some older stuff. So right here, this is where we're going to shut it down at. Always good play on words. Yeah, Beach Life's always coming with it. So I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you to everybody that gave the super chats. Just a casual, laid-back conversation. I appreciate you guys being here. And it's always good to see you guys. And tomorrow, I don't know exactly when, and I'm not guaranteeing it, but if I end up doing a live stream, we're going to talk about these two. We're going to bust these two open from Jacques Fath, Verlassou, and Velours Boisset. This is a freshie, and this is a boozy, woody fragrance, from what I understand. So kind of like a daytime, nighttime combo, if you will. Pretty excited. I bought these from Fragrance Buy. And so next live stream in general is going to be about these two fragrances. Make sure to like the stream before you leave. Check out this morning's weekly rotation if you haven't yet. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one.